whole video, and there was nothing recording. You guys, I literally just did that. There's this whole video I just made, and I told you I'm bad at this. Like, there was a green light in the corner, so I thought it was recording the whole time. So I just talked, I think, like 45 minutes, and I shouldn't have talked that long, but I am, yeah, I guess I'm going to do it one more time. So now I see that the numbers are on. Okay, so yeah. All right, so I just mentioned all these things. Like, guys, I feel like I've been lying to everybody because I spent my whole entire life like not mentioning some things that happened in my childhood up until age 10. And we were talking about celebrity Anastasia style. Like, I'm the Anastasia here. And so we're going to talk about what has happened and occurred and all the connections, what I have. And we're going to break it all down. And going to talk about how it all tied into how I'm now producing. And I went on my first audition today, like acting audition. I think it's like, it's my first real one. So I did my first one. It was virtual because um, it's for a video game, and the auditioner wanted me to do a few lines and um, to see if I was a good fit. And they're doing a horror themed video game, and I actually submitted it. It was very easy, and my video is actually on YouTube. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, it's gonna say like hashtag I think audition with me or something. So yeah. Anyway, that's one thing pertaining to the actual topic, and so yeah, you guys. Yeah, I was born in Berkeley, um, and my parents met in San Francisco at Saks Fifth Avenue. My mom, if you've ever seen Union Square, it's like $1 billion place. And what in the world my mom doing in that area is the question. So yeah, Saks Fifth Avenue today is kind of, and Neiman Marcus on side by side are like $1 billion facilities. Obviously, when you just glance at them, they're very expensive, or at least like not a billion, but like 55 million, I would say. We're gonna see how good I am at estimating monies, right? Whatever. But anyway, anywho's, yeah, my parents met over there, and I was born in Berkeley, um, so how this all ties together is, when I was about 7 years old, I remember staring at a TV, and we used to have a very nice house, what my dad owned, and so I remember looking at the TV, and then we went out to some ball or some kind of function, and we went to a mansion. And I remember opening the guy's name is Mark Curry, and he did a TV show called Mr. Cooper, Hanging with Mr. Cooper. And obviously, I only watched like a couple clips of it, like small, because I was a little girl and it was probably adult material, and only watched like something very small. But I recognized his face real well. I was standing by my dad, and I was pointing to Mr. Mark Curry, and I was pointing at him. I said, "That's Mr. Cooper," and my dad said, "Yes, it is. It sure is." And we were definitely at a mansion, and so after that. Um, After that, things continued in the same manner, and actually, otherwise, um, so what happened was, I can't seem to get my clips at all of what I'm trying to record. I've done this like 7 times today. I did a live on Instagram. I tried. So anyway, yeah, what happened was, uh, we were, um, my dad was affected, I guess, during the 80s really heavily. So it was the alcoholism, what he has, as well as um, drugs, which were like became very big and rampant. So what happened was, we left and abandoned everything we had at age when I was about 8 or 9, and then we relocated to another city. And We also had a nice house there, but we became like Mormons. And we were taken from like hip, cool, regular people, what I consider like regular in the area of the Bay Area, California. We were taken to the countryside, like a smaller city in another city. And all I can say is like we prayed a lot and we became like Mormons. And I'm not against Mormons, but it was different. It was drastically super different. And it was intense and what I would call crazy. And yeah, it definitely was. And I ended up, doing like the average rebellious teen stuff when I was, a teen and also a tween when I was probably 13 and 12. And that was, that's what it was. So, um, but besides that, I'm going to name some more celebrities. So yeah, that makes me probably, I played in the playpen with Raven Simone. And also, it probably would have equaled that because, of who we were hanging around. Also, my dad has mentioned various times Muhammad Ali, and that was just like a regular like thing he'd talk about sometimes. And then he also kind of seems like very shy and kind of want to backs down like super from the conversation. Then you try to talk to him about that, and but yeah. Anyway, my dad has suffered with alcohol and stuff, and he's been like that for a long time. Um, uh, Substance abuse, and yeah, so we went from like a very nice environment, obviously, um, and mansions and all that, and then we went to like the bayou of Louisiana, and there was crackheads in the house in front of our house, which was also a crack house. It was, and then so yeah, that happened, and I learned to adapt, and I caught cancer when I was basically 12, and they found a tumor, and and I've just been like really trying to recover ever since. I was emaciated, I was super skinny, and so bad, and a lot of times there was just not enough stuff around. So yeah, I'm just comparing myself to Anastasia. So yeah, uh, but otherwise, another celebrity I mentioned. Um, so definitely, and otherwise, definitely Martin Luther King. I have King on my grandmother's last name, and it's never really was confirmed. And but I didn't never wanted it to be confirmed. That's very scary to me um, because people attacked, and I understand Black history so well, and it was very very like die and survive type of stuff. Everybody knows he got killed. Everybody knows that. And however, that last name is definitely on my side of the family, on one side of my family, and it's overwhelmed me for a long time because I learned that it was attached to our family since I was 12. Yeah, we went to a reunion, family reunion, and it's always like made me like deep breath because that is like overwhelming to me. And so yeah, it's never been confirmed, but it's like understandable in my opinion why it would never be like very like talked about and stuff. But we were allowed for kind of a while to like experiment and to know that we were definitely had King as the last name. So yeah, but otherwise, I was just just talking about how. But what else have I done today? I actually called the agency for Mark Curry, and I called his listed agency, and I sent two emails to two different people about his possibly trying to connect with me as on behalf of my father who's still alive, and stuff like that, and how that would make me feel, and how that would affect my situation, and possibly even affect the fact that I am a writer currently. And I just told you guys I'm also an actress now because I'm auditioning in actress forms, and um, other parts of my entertainment like personality was inside of me. And so, but otherwise, what else could I say about the whole thing? It's just a very like, you know, it's been a strong topic in my head for like a while. Like, yeah, it's been a strong conversation. I'm saying sorry, like topic inside of me, and I feel like I was lying to the public. I feel like I've been lying to everybody, like everybody, and I feel like I don't want anybody asking me, and I don't want any like actual literal celebrity being like, hey, yeah, like, you guys, this is not a joke to me. And being like, hey, such and such family, and I remember your last name, and didn't you live on such and such street? Guys, I'm gonna throw up. Like, just like the anxiety and like stress of this whole situation, and the possibilities, and like anxiety. Like, oh my goodness. So, so yeah. Otherwise, like I was talking before I noticed that I was not even recording anything. So yeah, I was saying that I'm like an inch away from being on Disney Channel. Yeah, because okay, I don't think I said Raven Simone yet, but yeah, she is listed on the cast of what is it called? The Hanging with Mr. Cooper online, and she is listed on the cast. So yeah, if I was like hanging out with her in her playpen or whatever, how that went, if that was what was going on, like I must have been like an inch away from actually like being on the same like you know entertainment show and stuff like that. But like I said, what happened was we were just like ripped, like severely ripped out of of everything. We never had a phone call. I mean, I never saw or anything. Like, I never got any more contact to the original like family, what I had in the original, all the original people where I was, and I was so comfortable and I was happy, and I never did, and my whole life just went into a trash can. And um, that's all I can really say. And the way that it makes me feel, and it's just like, uh, it's just so much like devastation. It was not just about like fame and and like um, resources. It was like my home. It's like I literally understand Anastasia's point, like how she became like an ordinary person, but she was wanted to go home, and she just wanted to go home and like have her family restored. And guys, I was just like ranting before I realized I wasn't recording, and I was ranting. I was saying that, I mean, I just don't want anybody to be like, hey, you're just so spoiled and you're just a this. And I'm like, hey, listen to me. My dad, I loved my dad. My dad became a raging alcoholic with no sense and no love, and just like, and also my mom, she had like a breakdown, nervous breakdown, just like they were not the same people. I lost my family, you know, and I did. I lost them, and I lost love, and I lost so many things. And it's not about any of that type of stuff for me. It's I would just want to go home. I just want to go to my happy joys again and see my actual like family and see myself, because I so many things just like got ripped up. It's like just putting you through like a shredder. It's just like bad, so many things. And um but literally, please don't say anything like mean or rude about my freaking family, like my family, and how it's just all about all this wealth and just wealthy living, or anything, and not mention the fact that celebrities die. Yeah, they die and they have real families, and they all do, and they all have um, ordinary things. They're not like, you know, bulletproof anythings. They're not, none of them are like that. And they go through all the same ordinary things with everybody else. And, um, I have feelings, and we all do have like feelings, and just don't try to put people in a type of context, and like just put them in this thing where you just look at them like you're not such and such because you have whatever. And and also not even point out the fact that these people work. These are jobs. Muhammad Ali had a job. He came from, I think he came from nothing. Martin Luther King had a job. I think he was an ordinary person, and he worked as a civil rights activist, and then he had a lot of stuff. But I don't like people coming at anybody from that type of angle, or saying, and then it's just like black people in general, or African Americans in general from Oakland. Come on now, it's just they're normal, until they get into these, the movie whatever's and stuff, um, and then their wealth kind of accumulates, and it grows and grows and grows, and then they live their lives, but at the base of everybody is they're just normal. They're just ordinary working people. They're just ordinary. I honestly feel like that. So they're just ordinary. Um, so yeah, especially in the case of my mom, so she was always a really like special case in my heart. And I actually went to San Francisco. You guys might not want to hear this story, but yeah, I was in San Francisco. I lived there for the last 3 years, and now I'm back in some other part of Texas. And you know, so but I just really wanted to point that out, that yeah, celebrities become obese and they have all these issues, and they're not fake issues. Like these, like, people are really going through these stuff, like this stuff, and it's just, I think that what I'm really referring to is probably like the press, and also paparazzis and stuff, but mostly like press and just like blogs of people who talk so crazy. Because it's like, now that I have acknowledged these types of things about myself and where I come from and who my real family and friends are, it's like now I feel that, hey, all that stuff, like what happens in all the blogs and people just like randomly talking about you, and trying to put you in this bad lights, or just like mocking you and stuff. And it's just like, hey, I'm a normal person. I'm a regular person, and especially me, because I've taken so much stuff in my life. So you don't get to say anything about me. You don't get to do anything talking about how I'm some rich and horrid person who just like avoids everybody and just does all this whatever stuff. I don't have that background. I've had 8 years under my belt that what I could say, maybe we did a little well and we hung out and went to a couple mansions and stuff. So I don't have any of that going on. I have a bad background, and I've had to go through so much stuff, even cancer and stuff. And I caught cancer in a crack house. So don't play with me. Okay. So yeah, anyways, that is what's really going on. And so yeah, anyway, I'm gonna like wind the video down. And yeah, just so you guys know, I'm aware of a lot of stuff. I'm aware of a lot of stuff, but I just don't want to take any crap from anybody, because nobody's better than anybody anywhere. Nobody's anybody is. Nobody has all these rights to try to break somebody and bust somebody's confidence and do all these other things, whatever. And that's just not okay. Somebody was trying to do some crap like that on my channel, on my Facebook the other day, and it's just, I have to like absolutely come in. So yeah, I'm getting really tired, you guys. It's like 1 in the morning. But yeah, I just wanted to say a couple more things. I'm gonna be trying to edit this video to try to make it a little bit more bedazzled, or I might just not. I'm so sorry if I can't. But yeah, I'm gonna try to. Just so you're not like staring at a blinking television monitor like at the top of the ceiling. Also, um, what else was I gonna say? That I was really gonna say something and I don't remember. I really appreciate you guys so much accepting me and being as good as you all have been on all the social media platforms where I am participating in. I am so pleased and so excited to be a part of getting getting back into this type of work. Right. So that's really all I wanted to say. And please keep on doing, keep everything up as far as the interactions and all those other things. And wish me luck because yeah, I just I did the thing today. I've been thinking about it a whole lot, and so I decided to like kind of reach out and hopefully I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll keep you guys updated and keep on spreading the positivity definitely. And so yeah, anyways, yeah. Um, right. So everything else is I think that's about it. So yeah, I think I got everything in the video. So yeah, anything else I want to say was, if you are interested in doing any type of becoming an entertainer or something, like just want to say, I don't know why all of a sudden, but I want to say go for it. Go for it and put your all into it, and you definitely should follow your your hopes and dreams. So yeah, I'm definitely doing mines in this sort of mannerism. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.